Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be calm needs to happen before indifference. So I'll get to that in a minute. Appreciate everybody. Welcome to the weekend. So take a couple of breaths with me. Allow your body to relax for the video, at least, and ideally through your day. If you have a tough time doing that, that's all the more reason that you should learn how to do it. Call it forced relaxation. It's like, I know I'm tight, so I'm going to force myself to relax. And it's really not forced. It's allowing yourself to, consciously allowing yourself to. Because if we go throughout the day without any awareness of our body, we're oftentimes tight, shallow breathing. That conveys a message of danger to the brain, very subconscious, but it's important. So, all right. So, calm needs to happen before indifference. So, I get a lot of messages. I see a ton of comments on YouTube, Facebook, private messenger through Facebook, emails, and I've been called a mindset man. Indifference is one of the things that I really promote a lot. So people who may be in a state of crisis, really upset about their symptoms and pain, they're more on the line of panic and freak out, and then they hear this thing called indifference. They'll be like, okay, what's that? And Dan says, take the attitude or mindset of, whatever, I don't care if I hurt or not. And a lot of people go, that's impossible. I'm never going to get better. Of course I care, right? Or there will be some people saying, I'm trying to be indifferent. It's not working. Or is this indifferent? Is that indifferent? I'm doing this. Is that indifferent? And we can't jump from panic or freak out, or at least a big amount of fear, to indifference. Indifference means authentically saying, I really don't care if I have symptoms or not. And you may say, that's absolutely impossible. Who can do that? Well, when you absolutely know, you take it from the intellectual knowledge to the deep wisdom that I'm actually not broken. There's nothing wrong with me. My body's fine. Even though it hurts, I know the cause of it. The cause of it is not physical, structural, disease, illness. It is all based on the brain perceiving danger. Now look, many of you folks have a whole wide variety of medical diagnoses. But if you've done the assessments and you've kind of ruled in this mind-body concept, then we know that the brain's creating the symptoms, not the body. The brain's creating them based on its awareness. It evaluates all the things, both consciously and subconsciously, and the subconscious makes a decision. If the brain perceives danger, pain can be the result. So indifference is when you can authentically go, all right, I really know what's going on. It applies to me, and I know I can get better. So why should I worry if I have symptoms today or sensations today? Why worry, right? And so you're not going to get there overnight in a single step. If you have been in panic and fear and you're completely consumed with your symptoms, or have been very intense with regard to trying to apply this TMS pain-free, protocol, that was yesterday's video, or how intense are you in your recovery. But if you're extremely intense about, I got to recover, and I got to recover fast because I got to get rid of these symptoms now, you're not going to go from there to indifference. Not overnight. It's going to take some time and practice. Remaining calm in the presence of your symptoms is still massively important and massively effective. If you can't authentically say, I really don't care if I hurt today or not, and be authentic, like truthful about it, don't worry about it. Take that off the table. Indifference is not required to get better. Messages of safety are. Now, indifference is a huge message of safety, but you don't have to be there. Indifference kind of happens, but it's also a decision you can make. Because if you can get the story right, that I really don't care, consciously, I really don't care about them because I know what perceived danger pain is, I know that it applies to me, and I know I can get better because so many other people have, and I'm a human being just like them. Other anxious people, other people with childhood trauma, other people with past surgeries, other people with past injuries and worries and fears still have been able to get better, so I can too. I'm not some special kind of broken. And so, if you're trying to get to indifference and you're trying to do it too quickly, and then you feel like, I do care, and then you conclude, well, I'm not going to be able to get better if I don't get this indifference thing down. Time out. Start with calm. The more calmly you can remain, in spite of your symptoms or sensations, the faster indifference will come. But I do believe that if you can remain calm and start engaging in the real world and get out of your inner turmoil world, you do that more and more consistently, and with the clarity of that solid foundation that says, I know what perceived danger pain is. I know that's what is going on with me, and I know I can get better. If you have that solid foundation built, sometimes remaining calm in the presence of symptoms is enough. Engage in the outside world, start doing more, and don't try to jump from freaking out and panic and chaos to indifference. It's not available to you. If it is, wonderful. Make the decision to try to be indifferent as much as possible. But if it's not available, be truthful with yourself and say, I don't have to worry about that yet. It's a process to move in that direction. And, sometimes indifference doesn't happen until we start achieving some sort of success with our symptoms. Because that's when we build confidence and momentum to go, wow, I just had a much better day than I usually do. And that's when sometimes our confidence can carry us towards or into the ability to be authentically indifferent. So don't worry about jumping from where you are now to indifference. If it's not available to you, don't worry about it. Focus on calm. Because remaining calm needs to happen before indifference. And when I say it needs to happen, it's because that's the progression. You can't jump from panic to, I don't care. And if you're saying and walking around going, I don't care, and the brain goes, yeah, you're full of it. You do care. What are you doing? You're not making progress because your brain's not buying it. But you can remain calm. Jump into that calm reassurance. Hey, brain, come on. Shh. We don't need to be there. Regardless of what's going on in my life, emotionally, mentally, work stress, family stress, financial stress, ex-partners, whatever it may be. Hey, brain, shh, I don't need to hurt. I know you're protecting me. I love you for that. And I know you love me and you're just trying to keep me safe. But I can handle the stress. I can handle the emotions. I can handle life. I don't need to hurt. So, hand on the heart. Know you're okay. Do your best to remain calm despite what the symptoms are doing. And if symptoms are kind of kicking and you're having a tough time with that, just hang in there. Relax your body and breathe. Slow down. Widen your view. Don't myopically focus on the symptoms. Widen your focus. Expand your focus. Start noticing other things. Breathe. So, soften your body so that you can breathe. That's a good way to get out of panic. And once you're in that calm state, you can start thinking about, all right, what can I engage my brain in so it's busy And this isn't busy work, this isn't distraction, but what can I do that's actually interesting and quote unquote engaging? What would capture my attention besides the symptoms? And you might be saying, but Dan, nothing else is more important than trying to get rid of these symptoms. So I will tell you, if you're making recovery a full-time job, you're thinking about it and working on it all day, every day, you're trying too hard. So calm needs to happen before indifference. I really hope that makes sense. And for anybody who's really like focused on indifference, how are you doing with the calm? Start there. So, love you guys and gals. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.